of our church in Pontiac, Michigan, where I serve as the assistant pastor. But I'm so blessed to be here at Eastern Michigan, a place where I graduated from about 14 years ago. Amen. So it's such a blessing. Let's give everybody a hand so far for what has taken place. As I present this piece to you, we've seen the dancing and we've seen the songs and everything that has taken place so far. But one thing that we cannot forget is that the dream does not stop today. And the dream does not stop tomorrow. But every day that we are living our life and every day that we are working at our jobs and raising our families, that the dream is still alive. Can you say with me, the dream is still alive? Let's start the music. Okay. He was a vessel born into a world of total division. Darkness was upon the face of this nation as if the sun had not risen. He had to witness as a young child that even his future was without support. But he was surrounded by fundamental vessels who left him with a great report. Growing up in Georgia, he now had a job to do, to create a platform of justice, breaking the barriers between me and you. It was not destined to be easy or ride down a smooth country road, but the bumps and cracks and detours and obstacles were worth the story that is being told. As a young boy, he was told he could no longer play with one of his closest friends. It had nothing to do with his character or his personality, but because of the color of his skin. Receiving the news that his grandmother died from a sudden heart attack, Dr. King was in a position where it was a challenge to gain his confidence back. Now at a young age, he is surrounded by the many trials of life, face to face with racism that was so sharp it could cut the opportunity of equality with a knife. It was a summer experience in the state of Connecticut that truly opened his eyes, that the Southern way of living in segregation as a legal way of living, it was only a lie. He saw races in the North together in the same place, breathing the same air, living life with barriers as if the thought of segregation did not live there. Dr. King entered Morehouse College with the goal to study law and medicine industry. But it was his senior year of college that God called him into the ministry. This calling gave him the assignment to bring healing to such oppression. But he knew that he would be faced with many obstacles, hitting with racial aggression. The black church became the center point and meeting place to bring to the land. Dr. King walked, he marched, and was surrounded by many people, but he walked knowing that he was covered by God's hand. In the year of 1960, Dr. King moved to Atlanta, becoming the co-pastor of Ebenezer Baptist Church. This was to become the new foundation of his assignment. He put on his theological armor and he went right to work, supporting various protests. Even 33 students arrested for sitting at a lunch table. But King was arrested and booked and incarcerated, but still he knew that God was able. He did not worry about his circumstance. He knew that there was a remedy. He was released by jail by the involvement of President John F. Kennedy. Many people live this period not truly understanding the grass is not green on the other side. Those same people were able to gather in one place on 1963 and know that Dr. King still had a dream that considered of the true will of God to be done on this earth, a dream that stirred the sacred place of Dr. King's heart, ready to give birth, a dream that would destroy the yokes of darkness and bring forth the beauty of the light, a dream that taught us some things that you want. There are some things you need. There is going to be a fight. So brothers and sisters, before I continue, can you find somebody next to you and say the dream is still alive? Oh, that person did not believe you. I want you to find somebody else and say the dream is still alive. Now I want you to think about what God is calling in your life. And I want you to tell yourself with a loud voice, my dream is still alive. As I close this, the question I leave for you today, as you are listening to the dream, are you speaking this dream with vision? Are you telling the world what it really means? Are you walking in victory with your head held up high? Are you speaking with power? Are you allowing the vision to reach the sky? Are you loving your neighbor even as you love yourself? Are you embracing the power to run, not being worried about anybody else? This dream has power to still open up many doors. This dream can pick up the foundation and make racism fall down to the floor. I stand before you today as a product of many barriers. My confidence in this dream is stronger than a military carrier. Would you stand with me and become the vessel of change today? Will you keep this dream consistent no matter what people say? Dr. King paved the way, and you and I are examples of the dream today. Can somebody give God a praise? The dream is still alive. God bless you.